You know, there was a time not so long ago when Lil Tjay made a very public declaration. Back in a 2021 interview, at the peak of his powers, he stated, "You'll never see that from me ever again." Like, you know what I'm saying? We going to whatever the situation is, we gonna try to feel me maneuver another way that is not even, I don't want no negative, I'm trying to go positive. These were the words of an artist seemingly committed to turning a new leaf, to shedding the drama that often shadows rising stars and embracing a path of pure positivity. The promise of positivity shattered fast forward to today, and those words have not aged well. In a stunning span of just 5 months, Lil Tjay found himself embroiled in 4 separate escalating controversies. Each incident brought a fresh whirlwind of criticism, a torrent of hate that would have sent most artists scrambling for damage control. But instead of maneuvering his way out of it, Jay has done the unthinkable. He's embraced the chaos, dug his hole deeper, and seemingly leaned into the very negativity he once vowed to avoid. What happened? Why this dramatic, jarring shift? Is it a calculated play for relevance, or a deeper, perhaps more unsettling issue at play? To truly understand where Lil Tjay stands today, we need to peel back the layers of his journey, tracing his meteoric rise, his brushes with disaster, and the pivotal moments that transformed him into a magnet for controversy. Lil Tjay first burst onto the scene, a distinctive voice in the vibrant, transitional era of SoundCloud rap. Best known for his breakout hit, Calling My Name, he carved out a unique lane with a melodic blend of singing and rapping, infused with raw street narratives that resonated with a massive audience. His rise on YouTube was particularly explosive, establishing him as a prominent figure in the new wave of hip-hop. Throughout this initial ascent, Jay, like any artist touching such stratospheric heights, attracted his share of critics. He faced the regular amount of scrutiny and online chatter, but nothing truly special, nothing that seemed to fundamentally threaten his connection with his burgeoning fanbase. That quiet period of regular hate was punctuated by an early significant internet moment back in 2021. This was the very drama Tjay was referencing in his quote about avoiding negativity, a dramatic saga involving a young woman named Ruby Rose. For his 19th birthday, Jay flew her out, a seemingly celebratory gesture that quickly unraveled. She reportedly discovered incriminating texts on his phone from other women, leading to a heated confrontation. When she decided she wanted to go home, Tjay allegedly refused to pay for her return flight. In an act of protest that shocked many, Ruby then called the police. This incident, undeniably messy and public, certainly caused a significant amount of online drama. However, crucially, it didn't fundamentally anger or alienate his core fan base. It was brushed off by many as typical celebrity antics, a youthful indiscretion that didn't touch the heart of his music or his persona. During these formative years, Lil Tjay was not just critically acclaimed, he was a commercial powerhouse. Signed to Columbia Records, his first 2 albums soared, each reaching an impressive number 5 on the Billboard charts. His music resonated deeply, and any lingering whispers of hate that he received during this period largely faded as his star continued its meteoric climb. His trajectory seemed clear, a path to sustained success, propelled by talent and a loyal following. Yet a shadow was lurking, a near-fatal event that would redefine his trajectory and, perhaps inadvertently, set the stage for the public clashes that now define his name. On January 6, 2025, the spotlight shifted to Plaqueboymax, a rising figure in the streaming world known for his popular In the Booth sessions. These unique streams allow artists to release new songs live on his channel, sometimes even creating music on the spot. While Max isn't at the same superstar level as Kai Cenat or Aiden Ross, he's a highly respected and rapidly ascending talent known for genuinely supporting underground artists. Max had rented an Airbnb in Brooklyn to host a session featuring artists like Trippie Redd and the Group 41. He also extended an invitation to the rapper Do, who in turn brought along Bass Swag, who then invited Lil Tjay. Max, recalling the situation on a later stream, had a simple request.
But I told him, yo, please don't pull up deep. The rules was always, yo, please don't pull up deep. You feel me? It's cool. Come on, go ahead and slide. It's fine. But please just don't pull up with all these.
Despite these explicit instructions, Max found his Airbnb suddenly filled with an unexpected crowd, and then he smelled it.
Who's smoking? Yo, TJ.
What's up? Who the
Yo, this a B&B, you can't smoke here, this don't go off.
Max, trying to maintain a professional atmosphere, politely asked them to stop, yet he continued to smell smoke.
Yo, bro, yo, you can't smoke in here, this shit gonna go off, like, please. I appreciate you.
Max continued to play music, and on camera, you could see LilTjay gradually make his way back into the room. It was clear that both Jay and Fabio were the culprits, persistently refusing to stop smoking inside the rented property. Max, visibly exhausted and frustrated, had to repeatedly confront Jay and Fabio about smoking indoors. Eventually, they agreed to leave, but Fabio's exit was punctuated by a final act of blatant disrespect. Not only did he refuse to shake Max's outstretched hand, but he also intentionally blew smoke directly in Max's face. The implications for Plaqueboymax were severe. As the renter of the Airbnb, he faced hefty fines, potential blacklisting from the platform, and the very real risk of jeopardizing future streaming sessions across the country. On a later stream, Max explained the gravity of the situation.
I guess you cannot smoke in this shit because I smoked in the B&B and the fire alarm went off for 3 hours, nigga, and it wouldn't come off. So if these fire alarms go off, this stream is over.
Fabio refused to smoke in the designated backyard area. Beyond the logistical nightmares, Max eloquently articulated a fundamental point. Even if you put all these issues aside, if someone tells you to stop smoking inside their house, it's just very basic manners to stop, regardless of what the reason is to why. If I say don't smoke in my crib, don't smoke in my crib. If I ask you not to smoke in my crib, it's a respect thing. I have respect for y'all, please have respect for me, otherwise I don't want to do business with you.
It's the Airbnb policy. He ain't trying to get kicked out. That's his spot. Like, I'm trying to fathom me going in a spot. They say I can't smoke, and I'm just like, it, let me get fuck this. That's the thing with these rappers, bro. They got egos, bro. These rappers think they way more important than they actually is, bro. These rappers got mad egos for what, bro? And then that dumb bitch on Twitter tweeting, shut the fuck up, nigga. Bro, these think they like nobody, like these dead ass think they like important or some shit, like they special or some shit. This think they like, I don't know who the this thing they is, bro. Don't nobody give a about none of you, bro.
The stage for Jay's most explosive new controversies was set on November 5th, 2024, during a now infamous appearance by Kodak Black on Kai Cenat's wildly popular stream. It became abundantly clear, almost immediately, that Kodak was either heavily under the influence of illicit substances or severely impaired. He was even seen, to the shock of millions, openly taking what appeared to be a Percocet live on camera. For many viewers, this was deeply concerning on two fronts. Kodak seemed to be in desperate need of help, and questions arose about whether Kai should have perhaps ended the stream. Yet, amidst this alarming scene, Lil Tjay chose to weigh in, not with concern, but with a scathing public statement. He took to Instagram, writing, "I fake hate this kid, him and Aiden Ross, the biggest D-riders in life." TJ's provocative comment clearly signaled a deep-seated issue, not just with the Kodak interview, but with prominent streamers like Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross in general. It's not entirely clear who initiated direct contact first, but a heated exchange of messages quickly unfolded between Aiden Ross and Lil Tjay. Aiden Ross, visibly frustrated, responded by saying, "Me and Kai always show nothing but love to you and gotta stop taking them perks. That's fucking with your head." It was this comment, the direct accusation of drug use, that truly rubbed Lil Tjay the wrong way. In a furious online response, Tjay began to air out his grievances with Aiden Ross, claiming, "I told Aiden your coach. He told me I'm on perks. I don't take perks. I don't take drugs. I might sip a little now and then. Actually less than you, racist. I look like I take perks cause I'm black, right? I know I sent him a voice note about how I feel like your culture vulture. He told me he's not watching that. He's watching the election and that I need to stop taking perks. That's what you think about? He just grind his way to the top using that little face call he got, right or wrong?" Aiden Ross has, at times, faced accusations of being a culture vulture, a term often used to describe individuals who profit from cultures they are not authentically a part of. However, TJ's insinuation that Ross believed he took perks because he was black seemed like a significant stretch to many. What appeared an even bigger reach was Jay's subsequent defense of Kodak Black, where he controversially stated that Kodak did not have a drug problem, but that was just how rappers act. He urged people to stop looking at Yak like he's a weirdo, insisting, "No, sometimes that's how rappers act in our society. That's how we act. That's how we get." This ongoing back and forth escalated dangerously, with LilTjay reportedly threatening Aiden Ross in private messages. Ross later recounted, "He threatened me in the DMS like he really threatened me in the DMS." He said, I got friends who kill. I said, over me? I'm a streamer. Like, bro, I swear to GD. The sheer audacity of threatening a streamer over a public disagreement, especially when one is a global music artist, astonished many. Even more surprising was Tjay's direct call out of Kai Cenat, a figure he couldn't easily accuse of being a culture vulture, given their shared upbringing in the Bronx. Responding on stream, Kai shrewdly suggested that there were ulterior motives behind Jay's outburst.
I generally be minding my business, then some way, somehow, I get dragged in somewhere every single time. And I'ma just go ahead and think that a song or album or something about to drop, you feel me?
Kai's suspicions proved prescient. Jay did indeed have music to promote the following month. However, instead of a full album, it was an EP titled Farewell, which notably marked the conclusion of his contract with Columbia Records, as Jay intended to pursue an independent career. As a final project for the label, Farewell presumably lacked the significant marketing budget and promotional push of his previous major label releases. This could partially explain why he chose to ignite such a public feud, a desperate attempt to create buzz where traditional marketing might have been lacking. Whatever the case, Jay was now a much less popular artist than in previous years, and he was about to get a stark reality check with his next public drama.